I'm Dr. Michael Johnson. I'm the very proud director of the Louisiana Campaign for Tobacco-Free Living. Today marks the official implementation of the smoke-free ordinance for the city of New Orleans. The unanimous passage of this ordinance has thrust New Orleans into the national spotlight and made it a recognized leader in public health advocacy. In recognition of this historic nature of this ordinance passage, Healthier Air for All, the Louisiana Cancer Research Center, and our partners with the Smoke-Free New Orleans Coalition decided that a monumental celebration piece was in order. Behind us, you can see our 50-foot wide by 128-foot tall Inhale, Exhale, Repeat Safely banner, promoting New Orleans in a big way as a leader in public health advocacy. It will help create awareness of the city's new smoke-free status, and its epic size further reiterates the fact that this ordinance is a huge step for the city and its leaders to have taken for the health for all. The slogan echoes the health and public safety benefits the ordinance brings to our community, as well as reminds all who see it that we need not endure the harm to live the New Orleans lifestyle. Today, New Orleans joins 9, with Hammond last evening, Louisiana communities and more than 1,200 municipalities nationwide that have gone smoke-free. It's important to note that Alexandria was one of the first cities in Louisiana to take this step. And within a week of implementing their ordinance, air quality measurements showed the indoor air in Alexandria bars and gaming facilities was 36 times cleaner than measurements taken before the ordinance became effective. So New Orleans has a lot to look forward to in the coming weeks as the smoke literally clears. We want to thank the entire City Council, Mayor Landrieu, Charlotte Parent, and the Health Department, as well as our many partners with the Smoke-Free New Orleans Coalition and the Louisiana Cancer Research Center for everything they've done to help us get here today. Without your tireless, and I mean tireless, support and focus on public health, New Orleans wouldn't be taking such a huge step in the right direction like it is today. So let's all inhale, exhale, and repeat safely. And as the great Johnny Nash once said, I can see clearly now. I promise I won't sing the song. Now I'd like to welcome Charlotte Parent, the director of the New Orleans Health Department, to the podium to say a few words. Thank you.
Well, good morning. Today, New Orleans is one step closer to being a healthier city to live, work, and play. And we want to thank the City Council members for recognizing this as a critical public health issue, and thank our partners at Tobacco-Free Living and Smoke-Free NOLA Coalition who have been instrumental in our public education outreach so far. So under the leadership of Mayor Mitch Landrieu, the New Orleans Health Department, the city agency charged with implementing the smoke-free ordinance, has been tackling key public health issues like healthcare access, violence prevention, and fitness education throughout the city. Our mission at the Health Department has always been to protect, promote, and ensure the health of all who live in this city. By eliminating smoking in businesses across the city, we are not only protecting the well-being of their patrons, we are providing a healthier work environment to the employees who serve those patrons each day. So the first phase is the implementation process, which is primarily focused on public health education. We started this process over 2 weeks ago once we had all the rules in place to do this, and it has gone smoothly. We have brought information toolkits out to all the businesses who have asked for it. We've also been on the ground reaching out to businesses to make sure that they understand. And our charge over the next few weeks will be to continue that work to ensure that the businesses of our community are familiar with what the ordinance has in place. The second phase of this will be to look at what the enforcement pieces will be, to vet that out, and then begin the enforcement. But we're hoping that New Orleans, like other cities across this nation, through a rigorous public health education program, will not have the issues of enforcement as other cities have seen. With that public health education program, once that information is out, other cities have found that the enforcement piece sort of takes care of itself. And we're hoping that in New Orleans we see the same thing. So I'm here to say thank you for this, and to thank everyone who has been a part of this and who has supported it. And our goal is to closely work with those businesses to make sure that this is implemented the way the citizens of this city wanted to see this done. So with that, I am going to welcome to the podium Councilmember Latoya Cantrell, who was instrumental in getting this done. Thank you.
Good morning. You know, last night I was thinking about and even looking at the last NOLA for Life symposium hosted by our Mayor Mitch Landrieu. And on the panel where they were discussing public health, wellness, safety, all as public health issues. But one young man stood out for me, and that was D1. And D1 said, in order for New Orleans to reach its fullest potential in regards to providing a quality of life that everyone deserves as it relates to public health, safety, wellness, is that leadership has to take bold steps. And so I'm here this morning very excited. Heart is filled with joy to say to D1 and all citizens of the city of New Orleans that their city council provided and exercised bold leadership in passing this ordinance 7-0. Your mayor exercised bold leadership signing this ordinance into law. Your civil district court judge exercised bold leadership in making this day possible. April 22nd, 2015 will forever be written in the books of the history of the city of New Orleans that we together stood tall to protect our workers, to protect our musicians, our cultural bearers, and to protect all citizens of our great city. And we're seeing that other cities are following New Orleans' lead. Just last night, Hammond, Louisiana also followed New Orleans and became a smoke-free environment. So today it's about celebration, and it's also about thanking all of the leaders who stood with city leadership, all of our partner organizations. It could not have been done without you. And for all those who attempted to make this progress decades ago, it's because of your work that we were able to be successful in New Orleans. And I would also like to say thank you to our bars and even our casino for making and taking bold steps to become smoke-free environments today. At midnight last night, Harris did that, removed ashtrays, passed out lollipops, celebrated themselves as being the best smoke-free casino in Louisiana. So we need to give Harris a round of applause this morning. And all of our bars who are taking those same steps, who had painting parties last night, who removed those ashtrays, who could not wait to become smoke-free. So we know that this is a change, but we also know, because we've been there, the city of New Orleans, we are resilient people. We pulled ourselves up to be better than we've ever been before, and we will continue to exercise this in the months to come as we citizens continue to patronize our bars and our businesses, show them love, because that's what this is all about, loving ourselves, loving our city, our people, and of course, our hospitality industry and all the tourists that come. So I'm excited. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. Susan Guidry with the City Council, and I am very, very proud to have co-sponsored this ordinance along with Councilmember Cantrell. Councilmember Cantrell led the charge, and she is a woman of steel. and I thank her so much for her leadership in this, and I was so excited to get on board. I wanted to do this in 2010 when I first got on the council, and there was not enough support for it. So Councilmember Cantrell came on board, and she just said, this is gonna happen. And here we are. So I'm very, very excited to have been a part of it. And I want to thank all the people who were there all the time. Stasha, wow, what a leader. All of you guys who were there all the time in the chambers, you know, letting the council know, letting all the other council people know that it's not about money, it's about lives. And really, that means it's about money in the end. But first, it's about lives. And guys, that battle is not over. I think many of you know that battle is now moved to Baton Rouge. And we have it's the tobacco industry really, with the casinos face and the gaming face. They're up in Baton Rouge whispering in the ears of all the legislators. And they're saying that what the city council did was lose the state money. And we have seen this over and over many, many years. When the states started talking about turning the restaurants non-smoking, the Restaurant Association said, we're going to lose so much money. It wasn't really the Restaurant Association, it was the tobacco industry behind all that, but it was the face of the Restaurant Association so that it would make the legislators and the people nervous. Will we really cost our businesses? Will we really lose tax money? So we need to give the answer loud and clear. We've seen this too many times. We know the answer to this question. We will not lose money. We will become a healthier New Orleans, and in doing so, we'll become a more lucrative New Orleans. The cost in healthcare that we won't have to deal with because of being smoke-free, the cost in convention business, estimated to be close to $500 million in convention business that we would lose if we were not smoke-free. Big conventions, medical conventions, research conventions, science conventions that would not come here if we were not smoke-free. So we have done what we have done in protecting our workers, and by the way, a little more than half the workers who work in smoking establishments until last night at midnight in New Orleans worked at Harrah's. So you can't exempt some huge part of this and feel like you've taken care of your workers. We have to exempt it all and make it all smoke-free. So stay with us, talk to our local legislators, tell them that you support a full smoke-free New Orleans. Thank you all very much, and I'd like to thank all of our other council people who voted for this ordinance, and we trust will stand strong with us now. And next up is Susan Liss, the Executive Director for the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids. Thank you.
On behalf of the many organizations who did that work, we are here to say thank you for bringing about a smoke-free New Orleans. We say thank you to Mayor Landrieu and to the entire City Council who unanimously supported this law. Council members Cantrell, Goudry, Brusset, Gray, Head, Ramsey, and Williams. Thank you from the bottom of our lungs. And we also say, please keep the law strong, intact, and moving forward. With today's action, New Orleans becomes a national leader in public health. You are a role model for your southern neighbors, who we hope will follow suit to protect the lives and health of their citizens and their children. And we really hope that New Orleans can continue to lead the way in this region, which needs incredible efforts to make public health better. Starting today, everyone can enjoy the right to work in a place that is not hazardous because of secondhand smoke. And no longer will New Orleans residents be forced to choose between earning a paycheck or breathing clean air. I'd like to recognize and thank the many businesses across the city that have been working hard to prepare for today, to be sure they were ready to comply with the law that will be such a benefit to all their workers. And I'd like to ask all the groups and organizations, all of our supporters locally and nationally, to do one simple thing. If you can, come to New Orleans and show your support. Choose this city for your conference, choose this city for your personal visits, and show that it makes a difference when there's a smoke-free city. For more than a decade now, cities, states, and counties and countries have adopted smoke-free laws, many of them including restaurants, bars, and casinos. And today, more than half of the U.S. is covered by those laws. And many have smoke-free gambling as well. No one is going back because smoke-free laws work. Once passed and implemented, compliance rates are very high. Businesses, including the hospitality industry, thrive because when they embrace the law, new customers are happy to come and visit them. The health of workers and patrons improve, and in fact, the number of heart attacks is reduced. The public loves these laws. Support grows stronger after people realize how much they enjoy smoke-free places. So you've heard all the stories. Smoke-free will never work in the bars, in the South, in Ireland, in music venues, you name it. But it does. Over and over again, across the U.S. and around the world, and it will work right here in New Orleans, making this great, unique city an even better and healthier place to live, work, play, visit, and do business. So I'm really pleased now to introduce our next speaker, a popular and well-known musician, Craig Klein, who plays trombone and lead vocals for the band Bonorama. Craig has been a regular performer in New Orleans for decades, but now, for the first time, he knows that moving forward with any gig, he is guaranteed to be able to be in a place that's smoke-free and keep his voice and his lungs strong and clean. So thank you very much, and here's Craig Klein.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. It's a great day to be a musician in New Orleans today. Yes, indeed. It's always a great day to be a musician in New Orleans, but today especially. Thanks to our bold leaders who did what was necessary to make public health an important issue for all of us, all of the people that work in these environments. I can't wait to get to the Spotted Cat on Monday night and play with the Vipers in what used to be one of the most smokiest environments that I've ever played in. So Monday night when I get there and I don't see ashtrays on the bar and on the tables, I'm gonna be ready to just play like crazy and breathe freely, you know? Tonight we're gonna celebrate with a big party at Le Bon Temps. We'd like to invite everybody for a nice smoke-free show. It's gonna feature Deacon John, Matt Perrine, Paul Sanchez, Alex McMurray, Eric Bolivar, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So if you're around, we do appreciate y'all coming by. And once again, thank y'all so much. Thanks to the leaders who did what was necessary to make my life easier and all of the other people who work in these environments easier to breathe. So thank you so much.
Good morning, my name is Lacey Sanchez. I'm the current Miss Louisiana serving our great state. And as Miss Louisiana, I have the opportunity to go into schools and talk with our children, our local kids, about the importance of being physically active and living healthy lifestyles. What's so exciting to me about passing this smoke-free ordinance is that we're starting to set an example. We can't expect our kids to live a healthy lifestyle if we first aren't doing it. And basically today what it comes down to is that by passing this ordinance, we're making an investment. We're investing in the parents of our kids, we're investing in the employees of Louisiana and their health, but we're also, most importantly, investing in human potential. Ultimately, what this comes down to is investing in the future of New Orleans, investing in our people. And as a South Louisiana lifelong native, I have to say thank you to the entire city of New Orleans for setting such a wonderful example for our entire state.
This is a historic, epic event. I think you see a lot of support. You've seen a city council that stayed strong throughout this, and a mayor who stayed strong. And you know, we're just looking at rolling out this law and protecting the citizens.
This is a very historic day for all of us who want to protect the lives and health of our citizens. Smoking is the #1 cause of death in the state of Louisiana, as in the world, and we need to continue to do something to decrease the number of people who use tobacco.
It's just too exciting for words for this day to finally come. You know, we have been told by bar owners and operators that they were counting the days. We've been told by musicians and by the workers that they've been counting the days to today. And so it's a celebration, I think, across the whole city.
We're super excited about what's happening here in New Orleans today. It's a historic day for this great city to go smoke-free, for the tourists who visit Bourbon Street, for the bartenders who work on Frenchman Street, the patrons who will visit Harris Casino to not be exposed to the dangers of secondhand smoke, for New Orleans to save lives and be a leader in public health and a leader in this country in the fight against cancer and lung disease and heart disease. We're super excited about that.
I am personally excited about this because it's an investment in the human health of our community and really just taking a step forward and saying that we're going to take care of you so you can help us grow as much as possible.
Given that New Orleans is such a popular tourist destination worldwide, and the fact that this ordinance did not only include bars but also gaming facilities shows that it could be done in any city in New Orleans. And I think we're seeing that already with a couple of weeks ago the city of Sulphur going smoke-free, passing a similar ordinance, and just last night the city of Hammond essentially replicating what New Orleans has done. So the train is gaining a lot of momentum around the state.